The new mystery, however, is what the hell can pin a T-Rex and make it look this helpless?
Well, guess what, Insomnia? Now we know. I'm sorry, that was really bad. But, yeah, the devblog came out a few days ago. Let's check it out. I'm sure everybody here can read, so I'm not gonna read it to you guys. We had a lot of balance adjustments to make, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, but my last video I went over how they really need to change how the stamina works, because it's not really working with the whole hunger and thirst thing right now and how big the map is, so they really need to get that all fixed. I already talked about that, I'm not gonna go over it again. Mutations, yada yada, it's basically the same thing as last month, and then we get something new. Besides that, I've been working on the pounce to pin transition that we call grappling. The internal testing and animation testing have gone really well, so this would bring an entirely new aspect to pounce type mechanics, giving new options for strategic combat. And we no longer need to question what can pin a Rex, because as you can see, they have shown us right here. There's no audio. This is awkward, but I can pretty much guarantee you when this gets added, it's not just gonna be one Omni that like is able to pin a Stego. I think they're just doing this for testing. I'm sure it's gonna take like 3 or 4 maybe, because it wouldn't be very strategic if they just had one. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's definitely not going to take one. It's probably going to be at least 3 or 4. They're not that heavy. If you go down here a little bit, they explain what grappling means and who's going to be able to do it. And they do say, like, this makes pouncing and grappling carnivores a threat to creatures that may individually be well outside their size ranges. So it might seem like kind of out there that like 4 Omnis can possibly pin a Rex. So they're probably gonna have to do some balancing to work that out. But it does seem like they're leaning towards the idea of Omnis being able to pin a Rex if enough of them are like pouncing it. So this is gonna be like a huge buff to anything that can pounce. At the moment, the only creature that can really pounce something is Omni. I don't really consider Troodon's pounce like a pounce. It's not really like staying on its target, so it's not going to be pinning anything anytime soon, unless it's like the same size or smaller than Troodon. But Omni is going to be able to pin whatever the hell it wants if you can strategically plan your entire pack to land on your target at the same time. I really hope this is the case. The Isle is never truly safe for any creature. My biggest pet peeve at the moment is just these kids that play Apex and think that's the only fun thing there is. Like, oh, what's the point of playing anything else when I can play Rex and just kill everything? I have nothing to worry about. I can't wait for them to absolutely humble all these 12-year-olds that only play Rex. That's all I want. It's not just gonna be pouncing creatures either. It's gonna be things that can just like grab you and push you to the ground. They mentioned there's pouncers and grapplers. So a pouncer, obviously Omniraptor, but a Tyrannosaurus or Allosaurus, for instance, would be more of a grappler. I don't know if you guys remember that clip they dropped like a while ago. It was before Serrato was even released. It was just a little clip, like a little gif of Serrato like grabbing the side of a Stego, like grappling, and that's what we thought this would be probably, but it turns out this is something completely different, and I assume these guys are going to be able to just like grab something by the neck, push them to the ground, and just attack them from there. And that's going to add some crazy dynamics to Apex versus Apex combat. But that's probably the most exciting thing so far on here. The rest, like everything they kind of talk about is just like the same stuff we've heard about. Okay, Diablo, Dilo sounds, all that stuff. Like, okay, we've heard about that. But yeah, we're going to be getting this probably not anytime soon, but it looks very neat. And then the gun models from Visual Tech look absolutely stunning. Look at the texture on the handle. It's going to be reduced to a Roblox texture when I put my settings down to medium, but looks cool. Looks cool. And then they released a video for Herrera as well. I'm just going to skip this. If you want to watch the whole video, I'll try to put the link in the comments. Just go check it out. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But it's basically just an incident report. Some footage of Herrera, I'm assuming this is leaning towards Herrera being added first. I may or may not be wrong, but I don't see why they would make this if they didn't expect Herrera to be added first. Unknown subject flees after hearing blank 003 Shirley. So this is the next clip, I believe. Oh, never mind. Shirley is the Rex, but I don't know if... Oh, there's the Rex sound. And then he dips. But yeah, Shirley is the Rex's name on the island, I guess, canonically. Augustus is the name of the Herrera that's been fucking the cameras. Bunch of cameras, just Herrera fucking around, jumping from tree to tree. Shits and giggles. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So hopefully Herrera gets added. It would be nice if they added Herrera with Gateway, but I don't think it's gonna happen. That's way too hopeful. Gateway itself probably isn't gonna be added for like another 2 months. But yeah, then Kissing, she was talking about sanctuaries. Yeah, we knew that. Grappling, I just went over that. Oh, and guess what? They're nerfing Taro. Yes. Yes. I'm kidding. I actually like how Taro is like kind of OP. It's really funny. You could be like a full-grown Carno. Those things will be swarming you because they're carrying like a meat chunk or something, and then they'll bring you down to like half health and follow you until you die. Not until you die, but I'm exaggerating. But look, it's cool in the picture, I guess. It's pretty neat. Got the glowing eyes in the background. This looks sick. Definitely using this for a thumbnail. And my favorite part of this devblog so far has to be the reintroduction of Gen 1. Oh my god, these things look awesome. They've had a bunch of names throughout development. They've been called cannibals, tribals, whatever. I'm just gonna refer to them as Gen 1s. Actually, that doesn't really flow. I'm just gonna refer to them as the mutants. If any of you guys have been paying attention whatsoever, on the side of the screen, in the spawn screen, there's 2 options. Gen 1, Generation 1, and Generation 2. Generation 1 is these guys right here, and then Generation 2 is just like your run-of-the-mill humans, mercenaries, guns, that shit. Overused joke, but I really hope my great-great-great-great-grandkids will be able to play as Generation 1 in the Isle in the year 3027. Unless they do some sort of subclass where you use like echolocation to find your way around. I don't think this is gonna work. I mean, I know it's for aesthetic, quote unquote, but I mean, unless it isn't for aesthetic and you actually get to choose like your niche of Gen 1, but I don't think they're gonna do that. He looks like one of those vampires from those edgy 2000s movies. Yo, bro is caked up. Look at him. Bro got them wrinkly cheeks. But yeah, you guys can do your own research on the lore, whatever, because I'm not really 100% on the lore. I'm sure there's some sort of human mutated with dinosaur DNA type stuff, so I'm not gonna go too much into it. You guys can do your own research. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I'm just like giving my thoughts on the devlog. There's not really much here. I'm gonna be frank with you. I mean, it's nice to see these be introduced after a few years of us not getting literally any information from Gen 1, so this was nice, but just the fact that I'm probably not going to see this in game in my lifetime kind of hurts me a little bit. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the devblog. There's not much in it, I know, but there's a few things worth noting. Grappling, I hope that comes soon. I don't think it will, but it would be nice if we see some sort of implementation of it with the Omnis. And even when they add Rex to unofficial servers, I don't think that's going to be getting grappling. So hopefully we see more on the development of this. That would be very nice. But yeah, let me know what you think about everything, and I'll see you next time.